Hi, my name is Steve Van Clay. I'm the lead pastor here at Canyon del Oro Bible Church in Oro Valley, Arizona, just north of Tucson. And I'm in a series of videos here on parenting, and this is video number 5 out of 10 videos. And today's video is going to focus on parenting and parents and society as a whole. Here's kind of my thesis, if you will, for this short video. Society needs good, godly parents. Society needs good, godly parents. Now, before we look at the larger society, I want to first look at the responsibility and the role of the family regarding faith. The Bible's teaching here is very clear. God has commanded the family to be the primary unit or entity that is responsible for passing on the truths about God to the next generation, right? The kind of foundational verse for this is in the Old Testament, Deuteronomy chapter 6, starting in verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. And these words that I command you today shall be on your heart. You shall teach them, here's the focal point here, right? You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, when you rise. In other words, just through everyday life. It's not supposed to be just a religious segment of life. It's supposed to encompass all of your life, your faith in God. So the primary role, the thing to note here, the primary role was not given to the church or to a community of believers in the Old Testament. It was given to the family unit, to fathers and mothers. The church is there to support the family's charge here, all right? But it's up to the family, first and foremost. Okay, now let's transition to the larger picture of society or the culture. So God clearly has established, he clearly created and established the family as the foundation and the bedrock of society, all right? The family is the foundation and the bedrock of society. That's how God created it. Therefore, society needs good, godly parents. Every society, no matter what ethnicity or cultural group, no matter what era of history, the family is the foundation of society. Now, we've known this for a long time, but it seems our current culture has a very short memory and a very poor understanding of the vital importance of families for the good of society. Our current culture here in 2026 has an even worse understanding of the value of good, godly parents. I want to go back to, there's an article I found in 1995, in fact, The Real Root Causes of Violent Crime, The Breakdown of Marriage, Family, and Community by Patrick Fagan. He said this in the article, quote, even in high-crime inner-city neighborhoods, well over 90% of children from safe, stable homes do not become delinquents. By contrast, only 10% of children from unsafe, unstable homes in these neighborhoods avoid crime. He says, stable families create stable adults. Close quote. Now, this may seem very obvious, so obvious why do we even have to say it out loud, right? But it's clear from recent years that there are some in our culture who want to weaken the family in various ways, that they believe there are better options for society than the foundation of the family. How does that work? Well, some believe schools and teachers are better equipped to raise kids and instill the quote-unquote right beliefs and the right values in kids. But they are dead wrong. The intact, stable family is the best building block and foundation for any society. Another article titled The Good Parents Nurturing the Future of Humanity, the author says this, quote, the impact of good parenting extends beyond the individual child to society as a whole. Children who are raised in nurturing environments are more likely to become responsible, empathetic, and productive members of society. They are better equipped to contribute positively to their communities and to tackle the challenges of the future. As such, investing in good parenting is an investment in the future of humanity, close quote. I also, tried to find a few articles, what's the definition of a good parent, right? It's a difficult thing to come up with, actually, because there are so many variables in so many different cultures and so on. Let me make just 2 points on this, okay? First, we're not talking here about being a perfect parent. There's no such thing as a perfect parent, right? You are not a perfect parent. Your parents were not perfect parents, and your kids are not perfect. So don't try to be a perfect parent or to raise a perfect kid. Second, we're talking about parents who simply love and nurture their children, parents who have integrity, who practice what they preach. They tell their kids to be kind, and they are kind. They tell their kids to pick up their clothes, and they pick up their clothes. I mean, pretty basic stuff, actually, really. Parents who are moral and contribute to society, and they teach their kids to do the same. They love their neighbors as themselves. Things which make a good person, guess what? You take those same ingredients that make a good person, and you probably have a good parent. I want to mention one last thing. Being a good parent benefits society, but it also benefits the parent, especially men. All right? Men who are good fathers researchers have found this also benefits their own growth and development as men. Another quote from the article before, quote, men who are attached to wives and children would have a greater likelihood of contributing to society rather than causing society to suffer. A little later, he says, taking care of a small, dependent, growing person is transforming because it exposes our vulnerabilities as well as our nobility. Now, obviously, if we don't have kids, there'll be no future for the human race, correct? No future generations of humanity. In the Garden of Eden, God gave the mandate to Adam and Eve, right? Fill the earth and subdue it. Have kids. Now, theologians can argue if that mandate still applies today, with just over 8 billion people on our planet. But, see, having kids is the easy part. Conception, I mean, not necessarily birth. I would dare not say that as a man. but raising them, right? Parenting kids is the challenge. The future of society depends on the birth of children, obviously, but it also depends on good parenting to raise good kids who will be a blessing and contribute to society. God has created the family unit to be the bedrock, the foundation of society. It is the family, it is moms and dads who God has given the privilege and the responsibility to be good parents, to raise the next generation, and to be a blessing to all of society as they do. Here's a few of the sources I used to research for the video. In our video next week, I'm going to cover this topic on parenting and discipline. We'll talk about discipline, all right? Thanks for taking a few minutes to connect with me here today. I hope you can join us this coming Sunday. Remember, Easter is only a few weeks away, really, right? 3-4 weeks away. Hope you can join us this coming Sunday. Service times here at the Canyon are 9:15 or 11 o'clock. We continue in our series called Navigating Chaos, the last sections in the book of Acts. This coming Sunday, we're going to look in Acts 27, the last half of that chapter, God's protection in disaster. And live stream is available. If you're unable to be here in person, maybe you're watching this and you live out of town from the Tucson area or out of state, maybe even. The live stream's available, and would love to have you join us for the live stream. To get to the live stream, just go to our website. You can click on a link that's there on Sundays, or just go straight to our YouTube channel. Search Canyon del Oro Bible Church. Click on our logo and subscribe, and join us there for the live stream. Thanks again for watching. I pray you have an amazing and a great week, and make sure you're a blessing to everyone you meet. Bye-bye.